Welcome to Curtain Riser for Natya Darpan 2022. My name is Ashok Chaudhary. I'm a president and founder of Indian Heritage and Cultural Association, a non-profit organization established in 2013 in New Jersey to promote local performing talent in New Jersey and across the USA, and also to bring the communities together to discuss and educate on various social issues such as women empowerment uh, and LGBTQ. Of course, we have so many other issues such as human trafficking, mental illnesses, discrimination, and diversity. In 2016, IHCA started hosting annual multilingual short play festival called Natya Darpan. Natya Darpan itself means the mirror to the society through performing arts. We have invited various talented theater groups across the country to showcase their talent. So far, we have 465 theater artists perform here in a variety of different languages such as Marathi, Hindi, English, Gujarati, Bengali, and Kannada. We have immensely pleased to see that this year, our sixth Natya Darpan will be hosted on October 15, 2022 in Edison, New Jersey, where we have six amazingly short plays across the state. We have selected these plays from the pool of 34 scripts we have received from various different theater groups. Today, we are going to discuss with one of the play, The Marriage Proposal, and we have a director, Swachhata Guha, here in studio. And we are going to discuss about the play, The Marriage Proposal. But before that, I would like to invite and introduce our host today, Dr. Manoj Shahane. Dr. Manoj Shahane is not new to the New Jersey Theatre Group. He is a founder member of Theatrics USA. The professional physician by profession, but mainly he is actor, director, writer. He has performed in various Marathi, Hindi, and English plays. He has directed many plays and won a national award for many different plays. His list of accomplishments are too many. Recently, he has directed and written a play, Selfless, at Natya Darpan. So without further ado, I would like to welcome both Swachhata ji and her team, as well as Dr. Manoj Shahane.
Thank you, Ashok ji. I would like to thank Ashok Chaudhary from Natya Darpan 2022 and Mana TV International for giving us the opportunity to have this curtain raiser for Natya Darpan 2022. So we'll talk about the first play today is The Marriage Proposal. So I would like to invite Ms. Swachhata Guha here, who is a great celebrity. I've not met her in person, but I've seen her accomplishment, and there are too many to discuss in 15 minutes here. So I would really like to invite Ms. Swachhata Guha to this short but sweet and amazing dialogue that we have today for The Marriage Proposal. So welcome, Swachhata, to our discussion today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Manojji. Thank you so much, Mana TV International. Thank you so much, Natya Darpan. Thank you so much, Ashok. I'm really, really glad and really excited. Looking forward to this wonderful discussion. Okay.
So let's start at the beginning. And a lot of people may or may not have known, obviously you do know that The Marriage Proposal is by Anton Chekhov, right? And yes. A lot of people may not know that he wrote this play in 1889.
Yes.
And he took about a year to write this play. So it took about 1889 to 1890 to finish writing this play, which was aired the first time in 1891, I think.
Right.
So my question to you is, and this Marriage Proposal has been done in multiple languages all over the world. So what made you think of this play to showcase at Natya Darpan 2022?
First of all, we actually started this play as a Zoom production when we were all in COVID and lockdown, and we all were inside our own house, and every artist, I guess, in this world started doing creative projects via Zoom, and that's how it all started, as a Zoom production, as a Zoom play. And we just wanted to do something hilarious, but at the same time very contemporary, and have a message with fun. And we chose this play. This play is very close to my heart, and as a Zoom production, it went really well. And I sent it out to several festivals. They loved it, they accepted it, and we even got an award from Theatre Online New York, and that's how it all started. And after that success, we just thought that let's go for a in-person stage, full stage production, and that's how it started. But it's, as you know, it's a one act, and for one act you cannot do a full stage production. So I thought that let's do it in other two languages. So happens to be I knew this play in other two languages, in Hindi and Bengali both. Okay. So we clubbed it in one play in 3 different languages back to back. And we did its first premiere in 2021, December, in New York, in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and it went really well. It was almost houseful, 3-day houseful show, and people actually loved it. People loved the idea of the laugh, the comedy, and the 3 different languages. But for Natya Darpan, we are just showcasing the English one.
The English one, correct. No, that's great to know. And then my other question that I was looking at what you have done so far, and you have a very strong film industry background. And I saw that you trained at FTII in India, you've done film and television, you've done Bollywood movies. So from moving from the movies to theater, all the way here in Edison, is there a huge difference that you see, or it's like back of your hand kind of thing? It's easy when you see the stage, you just get on and you get everybody together and start having fun.
My production house, Swa Ventures, has a very important mission, and the mission is definitely that we want to bring more and more Indian stories, be it Indian theater or Indian film or Indian literature or Indian song. But we want to work with the local, versatile, diverse talents. That is the motto. Because I remember that when, till date, I mean, if you look at that, people are they are actually doing remake of, I don't want to take any particular project's name, but people are still doing remake of, classics from other countries. The same thing, I just want to do it with, I still believe, and I still can see, as I'm a new immigrant, it's just been a little bit more than 2 years, but I still can see there's a lot of Indian content, literature, song, theater, films are totally untouched. And I just want to do that with this beautiful country's diverse talent. But we started with this humor, and this play is very special and close to my heart. So we started with Marriage Proposal, but in 3 different languages. But I love acting. That always my first love, and that always will be. And it's just, be it theater or in film screen, the passion I share with this creative process, direction or storytelling, it's kind of same for me. I thrive into it.
Good. And then to segue to the next point is, did you have any trouble? I mean, I see Caitlin on the screen here. I mean, obviously there are 3 characters in this play, because I've seen this in many languages before. We actually won the national award for the same play in Marathi in Chicago about more than 10 years ago. That was called Manomilan. So it's a lot of this humor I'm excited to see on the stage now. with you guys. But you just said that you were newer into this country. In terms of having mainstream actors from here, was it a difficult task for you, or that was just like it's very easy for you to kind of communicate your vision and your ideas, knowing this play? I'm sure the actors knew their plays too, but was it difficult, or that was kind of easy for you?
Well, searching actors definitely been a journey, but I guess like I met Kate, I met the other actors, David, through this process when we were all like in lockdown, and almost every evening we used to do play together. We used to read lots and lots of plays, Shakespeare, Chekhov, many more together. So I would say that we all been lucky that we got to know each other during this process. So via that process, I started selecting actors. But then I started keep just asking, because you see, I'm in a different country. So it's obviously starting from the scratch. And no matter, like, as you know, that I have a body of work already, and still, but in this country, it's all about starting from the scratch. So I started literally from the scratch and keep asking that, do you know someone who fit this character and everything? It's been not so smooth but a journey, but still I guess we've been lucky because we were doing plays and we were knowing each other via this Zoom reading. That's it.
Oh, that's good. No, I think I was reading about that YouTube channel that you're running during the pandemic, right? What was the name of it again? I think I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't recall the name, but I'm sure you can share that information.
Oh, the YouTube channel actually in my name, the one I have in my name, Swachhata Sanjeevan.
But I think you were doing something during the pandemic, right? There was like, you used to read the plays and do the run-throughs on the plays on YouTube, or it was just private?
Yes, on YouTube. Actually, I worked with a group, UK based, which is the show Must Go Online, and they are pretty much known group who does only Shakespeare, but they do a live theater but online. And I did 3 plays with them. At the same time, we did this Zoom production of Marriage Proposal, and we uploaded that, and we also did a live. We did that live. So that is still available under my name in YouTube channel, and also in Swaventures, the company's name.
Oh, that's great. So before we end, I mean, I think I and Ashok and everybody at Natya Darpan is going to be very excited to see you and this play, because that'll be great. I mean, have such a talent coming from India and here with us, obviously, and we would like to explore more and more. We will see you again and again everywhere, I hope. And just before we kind of stop, I have a quick question is, so I'm going to ask that to every one of the teams, all the directors, is what made you think of, coming to Natya Darpan 22, if you had any information, or what's your goal? What would you like us to share with audience? What's your expectation of Natya Darpan 2022?
So I actually got to know about Natya Darpan from one of my cast, Sriram Devreji, and he informed me about Natya Darpan while we were actually rehearsing and developing this project, Marriage Proposal. So he actually told me that you should contact and apply for Natya Darpan, because they actually does plays, short plays, and our plays are actually 3 short plays, which is absolutely perfect for Natya Darpan. And then when we did this show, Marriage Proposal, I invited Ashokji, and we met. Ashokji loved the show. And then we started talking, and then I expressed my interest that I would love to do this show for Natya Darpan. And that's how the whole process started. And the idea of Natya Darpan is so awesome, so amazing, because it's not a whole play, because a lot of people nowadays, the kind of time we live in, people don't have that much time or that much, concentration. It's like short plays so that you can have a variety and taste for different plays. So that's a wonderful bouquet of plays, and I really love it. We all are very excited, looking forward the team Marriage Proposal, and behalf of my other members as well, the other actors. Today we have Caitlin with us. She is the lead, and the other actors is today not available, but we all are very excited and looking forward for Natya Darpan.
Okay, thank you, Swachhata, for being here. And before we sign off from this session today, I would like to go to Caitlin for a second or two and ask her, how was your experience working with Swachhata? Again, I don't know you from before, so I'm not sure. You've done theater in the past. I'm sure you did. So how was your experience with Swachhata trying to do this, the Marriage Proposal?
It was really fun to bring a Zoom production to life on stage a few months later. And that was so exciting. And it was also my first production since before the pandemic, before the quarantine. And I was just so grateful to Swachhata for realizing that and making it reality. It was truly magical to bring something from Zoom when we had been stuck behind a Zoom screen for almost 2 years. And it was just immensely satisfying as an actor. And she gave us a beautiful venue at the Indian Cultural Center on 7th Avenue. It's near FIT. It's on an upper floor of a really beautiful building. It was just a wonderful experience. And she has a lot of directing experience. As you mentioned, she has a lot of film experience specifically. And it was really fun to work on something theatrical with her because I've seen her as an actress in many, many Zoom readings. And she has a huge skill set, and she's a really diverse and agile performer. So it was wonderful to work with her as director, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. And we haven't seen each other in a few months. So I'm grateful that the project is being revived.
Great. Thank you, Caitlin, for your 2 cents. And then before we go to Ashok for thanks, tell us your stage name for the Marriage Proposal. All these names are very interesting in this place. The character's name. So what's your name of the character again?
Natalia Stepanovna.
Okay. So I think we'll ask all the people to remember all the characters' name by the end of the show.
My nickname is Natasha.
Natasha, that's great. So I'll hand it over to Ashok Chaudhary ji for some closing remarks before we end this session.
Thank you so much, Swachhata ji, and thank you, Caitlin, for taking time to come on stage today. And we are immensely excited to see you on Natya Darpan on October 15. I know that our audience will thrill to see the Marriage Proposal. Thank you again. Thank you both.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back next week with Dr. Manoj Shahane. We will also have another play and the director. We will discuss in detail about that particular play, which will be showcasing in Natya Darpan 2022. Thank you so much. Welcome to Curtain Riser at Natya Darpan 2022. My name is Ashok Chaudhary. I'm a president and founder of Indian Heritage and Cultural Association of New Jersey, a non-profit organization established in 2013 to promote local talent in performing arts and to bring the communities together to discuss and to educate social issues like women empowerment, mental health, human trafficking, immigration, LGBTQ, diversity, and discrimination. Since 2016, Indian Heritage and Cultural Association started multilingual short play festival Natya Darpan, where highly talented US-based local theater groups presented amazing short plays in Hindi, English, Marathi, Bengali, Gujarati, and Kannada. Over 465 local artists have been participated in this prestigious stage during last 5 years. We are very excited. This year, our sixth Natya Darpan is scheduled on October 15, 2022 at Middlesex County College, Edison, New Jersey. And we have amazing 6 short plays selected from almost 34 entries throughout the country. This year we have 6 plays, 2 in Marathi, 2 in Hindi, and 2 in English. To know a little bit more about these plays, we have invited directors. And I would like to invite today a director of Kanhaiya, Miss Meera Narsihan. But before that, I would like to introduce Dr. Manoj Shahane, the host of today's show. Dr. Shahane is not new to New Jersey theater world. He is physician by profession, but the theater artist by heart. He is an actor, director, and playwright. He has performed numerous plays in Marathi, Hindi, and English. So without further ado, we'd like to welcome Meera ji and Dr. Manoj Shahane.
Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for introducing me and Meera ji here. Meera ji, welcome to the show. Thank Ashok ji, Mana TV International, and the rest of the team here from show Kanhaiya. So welcome Meera ji to this edition of Natya Darpan 2022 Curtain Raiser. So I hear you are from Washington DC area, correct?
That is correct.
And then I think I've seen you in the passing on one of these, I think it was Bernarda Alba or some other show or something similar on the Zoom during all these shows that were happening in pandemic. But please tell us about yourself. I know you've been doing a lot of stuff, including like a TV show, direction, acting, and so on and so forth. So if you can give us a little flavor of what your background is in terms of theater and so on and so forth.
Well, it's 4 decades and I'm still counting since I first went on stage. And so theater has always been my first love. It started in India. I'm originally from Pune. And it continued after I came here for more than 3 decades now. I've been performing in the DC metro area. And over the decades, I've done a lot of theater, professional and community-based and off-Broadway. We took some plays and play readings, and I've done some TV shows, some short films, feature films, and well, it's just a passion. So it's an addiction.
No, I see that.
Yeah. So
let me ask you a question though. You've done so many different things, right? So I hate to put you on a point, but I will because this is fun. What is your best, if you have been given a choice, you want to do a TV show, you want to do a film, you want to do theater, what would you say your best foot forward is? What's your what's your first passion? Is it theater or it's any of that?
Well, my first passion is acting.
Okay.
So that transcends any medium, but my first love is theater. The spontaneity of a stage performance is unbeatable by any other medium, because I've done TV and films and short films in which take after take can be done. The spontaneity is lost, as opposed to being on live stage, as opposed to even Zoom stage. And the energy one gets to feed off of live audience is just incredible.
You get a lot of adrenaline rush. You get a lot of things that get goosebumps and so on and so forth.
Yes,
so
and the feedback the audience gives, they react with you, and that makes you perform even well. And to give them that feeling of emotional highs and lows, and that is, I think, is the best part of performing arts. Right.
No, that's great to hear. So let me get to this play in particular, right? The short play, Kanhaiya, right? The name is very misleading to a point, and I'm not going to go into the details for the play because we want our audience to explore the play and the details and nuances of this play, which are many, too many to count. So my question to you is, how did you choose this play over, plethora of plays that are out there, English, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi? How did you come up with this play?
Very honestly, this is play has been in an incubation period with Natya Darpan, for whom we are going to perform on October 15th, for almost 4 years. It was performed in, we have a DC metro-based theater group that's almost 38 years old called Natya Bharati. And it was done as part of the play festival. And the original director was Mr. Ashok Ambardekar. He found the play, and I have to be very thankful to him. Natya Bharati is thankful to him for having found the play. So I cannot take credit for that. And it was done then. And 2019, Natya Darpan was interested when the script was sent to them. And the judges selected this play and asked us to come perform. But things were beyond our control because this play has only 2 characters. And one of them moved away to California, and then it was impossible to continue that commitment. And before we knew it, the pandemic hit. That was supposed to be end of 2019, and then we couldn't do it. Then the pandemic hit, and everything was shut down. And it was supposed to be the next year that we were supposed to do, and no, this, stages were closed. And then finally, now we have found a substitute for the one of the characters that moved away, and took it upon, the original director, because of pandemic and all, had stepped away. So this kind of literally dropped on me. This
that's an interesting story. But I just heard from you that the original play director was male, correct?
Yes.
And now it's you. So I know this play well, and knowing this play, it is very interesting to change the perspective from a man director to a woman director, right? Because I'm not going to go into details of the play again because I want to, but I do not want to do it here now before the play. But it's very interesting social aspect of the play that is portrayed, with, different stratas of women and their relationship and so on and so forth. So did you find it anything different than what was done before when you were exploring this play as a director?
Yes, I decided to change a couple of things because I did not want to stay with every aspect of the script, because the writer, incidentally, the writer, Mr. Priyam Jani, is a 20-something. And if you watch this play, it will be amazing to note that this young person could write 2 women's perspectives and present this portent, very intense play of 2 characters, just 2 characters, and write so well, so beautifully. The words, if you can understand every one of it, it hits you. It's like arrows piercing. And kudos to him. And yes, I did approach it differently because it was a woman's perspective, and I did not want to make it very melodramatic, because the words speak for themselves and they fall fantastic. Almost every other long paragraph or monologue kind of is a mic drop moment of the words that are uttered. And I have 2 wonderful actors. But just to take a step back about the title, Kanaya, that was the writer's choice. And I think it is very apropos when you look at the whole play. And there is an explanation in the middle of the play as to why this title of Kanaya must have been chosen. And I think those who will watch it, and I invite everybody to come and watch it, may relate to that. So I will not answer that question about why.
I didn't want you to, go there, because then I don't want people to kind of dwell into the deepness of it. But I think that's, as you said, it's written by a young man. And just so you know that there are many, many young people like that who are writers in India who has come up with so many deep thoughts and deep scripts in the past. So it's just phenomenal to see another one.
Yes.
And then Kanaya, it's great. I think it's very apt title for this play. And I think people should definitely come and explore that. So on that topic, I would like to invite actually both of your actors, if they can. I have a question or 2 for them before we proceed. And as they come on, I would like to ask you, what's for the Natya Darpan 2022 audience? What would you like to talk to them? What would you like to tell them? What would you say? Come and watch Kanaya, right?
Yeah, I mean, my sincere request is to come and judge for yourself, and to take away a lot of the very contemporary issues and the kind of wails that this writer literally tears apart from the faces of modern society, of so-called upper class existence, and how these two characters begin and how they end is what I want everybody to take away with them and see that it is so applicable to each one's lives.
Well, that's great. I think that's amazing message for the audience. And I would like to invite Madhuri and Madhavi. I think you're all, everyone on your team starts with M. I hope, like, you know, I think Ashok is the only one who's not starting with M today. So that's kind of a funny.
That's a 3M, the
right. Company
of 3M.
Right. So, question for both of them, Madhavi and Madhuri, correct? How was your experience? And let's not go deep into characters because I want people to kind of see you when you act on the stage and decide for themselves. But I know this is kind of for a woman, it's kind of a deep subject, kind of difficult sometimes to portray with that language and so on and so forth. So what do you guys, girls, think? How was your experience with Meeraji? And, you know, if you can briefly kind of give us a few minutes kind of perspective on that.
Namaste, I'm Madhuri Tavle Bhosle. So Meeratai, I call her Meeratai, and she is fantastic as a person and as a director. And the play is so fantastic. It is well written. It is very intense and gripping. And what can I say about my character? As you said, I cannot give details. So I will just say that audience can expect a power-packed performance from our team. And I'm confident that the audience will be glued to their seats throughout the play. I can just say that.
You look so excited. I'm very excited to see you on stage. So, thank you. Madhuri, do you have a few words, please?
I'm just going to add to and ditto Madhavi's thoughts and about Meera and also about the play. There are so many ups and downs and emotions that run through this whole 35 minutes of power-packed drama that we have put together for your audience. We are really looking forward to performing. And as Meera said, I was the replacement. I was coming in with a lot of as the understudy, walking into the play with Madhuri, who had already staged it a couple of times. So I had a lot of things to catch up, but I think between the two of us, we really hold off a very good chemistry on the stage as far as two characters are concerned, and we hold on to our integrity as the characters and what the playwright really wanted us to portray. So I hope we do very much justice to what the writer Priyam Jani has in his mind about these two ladies.
Good. No, good to hear that. So I would really like to thank all three of you, and everyone in Jersey is very excited for the Natya Darpan, because Natya Darpan has always been this event that is so completely unique and different compared to all other events around us. And I think your play is just going to be a cherry on top along with other plays. So I would like to hand it off to Ashok ji.
Thank you, Meeraji. Thank you, Madhavi, and thank you, Madhuri. It was really a dream comes true to bring the Kanhaiya to New Jersey, because it was initially selected by one of my mentor and late Ashok Vanzari. It was also selected by the second selection committee 2 times. So we are very excited to bring the Natya Darpan to New Jersey and see the excitement. So this is our episode. We will be coming next week, seeing you again with Manojji and the third director for the Natya Darpan 2022. See you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.